Well, good afternoon, YouTube. It's pleasant day, I'll say, up in the barn. Um, nice breeze today is keeping it just about right, and there's some overcast. That's same thing as just keeping it nice, you know. You sweat if you're moving in any way, shape, or form, but once you find a cool spot to sit down, it's pretty pleasant. Yeah, I feel the breeze coming right through here. I'm sitting in the center part of the barn, the alleyway, if you will. So, compost tea. Um, some might say, why compost tea? Why not just put the compost down? One of the added benefits of the composting tea is you can get the nutrients down deep quickly. So it's a nice like summertime feeding and watering type of solution. What I do, and I think a lot of people do something similar, but this is just how I've done it. I'll usually take some compost from the compost pile, some really good stuff with organic matter in it, and some chicken poop and goat poop, wood chips, any lawn clippings that are in there. I'll make sure I get a little bit of everything and throw it in there into a bucket. 5-gallon bucket works great. Just do about a third of the volume with this compost. Like I said, you can take it right out of your compost pile, or if you don't have a compost pile, go grab a bunch of yard debris, sticks, grass clippings, if there's any animal droppings like chickens or goats or anything like that, rabbits, but a couple handfuls of dirt, you know, and you let that soak for a few weeks. Let it sit in the sun, and every so often top off the water so it's not overflowing but near the top, and then start watering with it. What I do is I leave the water volume in there kind of heavy, high. That way when I stick my scooper in there to water my little watering pail, most of the stuff is settled at the bottom, and I'm just getting the water off the top, and it'll come out looking just like tea, you know, like a real thin coffee, and all those nutrients can quickly go down to the roots, and right away the plant's sucking them up, you know, within a few moments, versus putting compost down on the top and having it slow feed throughout the year. As rain happens and things cause it to percolate down. I don't know. I've always seen really good results. The plant will usually green up first, and that's the amount of nitrogen that's in the compost tea, and then it starts to grow thicker leaves and denser foliage, and it's really I don't want to say it's magic, but it's really a super simple way to get nutrients to your plant, you know, without having to go out and buy anything. I strongly encourage doing it directly from the compost pile, and like I said, I'll fill that up with water, and I'll go in there and I'll mash stuff up, and I'll swirl it and I'll stir it. And really what I'm trying to do is get as much of it broken up to disperse into the water. So when I go to water, I'm actually getting tiny granules of organic matter with the water, with the nutrients. I'm being surrounded by chickens. So give it a shot. And if you have done it, which I'm sure a lot of you have, I'd be curious to know your results and, you know, what you use. And if there's something maybe different you do, that'd be interesting to hear, because I'm really just straight up putting organic matter in the bottom of my bucket and then filling it up with water. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that. Let it perk and stew, just sitting in the sun, you know, and You could use it right away if you want. It gets more potent and it gets stronger. The more it can sit in there and saturate, become saturated with water, and all its nutrients leach out into the water. That takes a little bit of time. So, and then what's nice is when you're done with it, you just take that slushy compost water and dump it out on a few of your plants, and you get water and compost at that time. But I'll milk it all summer long. I made the one up in right now, and I'll deliver it over to where I want to use it with my tractor. And then, as need be, I'll scoop out and water. And what happened in a lot of instances was one or two good rains fills it back up. So I didn't have to use it all the time, didn't have to fill it up with a hose all the time. So give it a try. Like I said, give it a try. I'm curious to know if how it works for folks. Okay. Have a great day, folks.